Hi guys, welcome to my channel, the Worlds Apart channel. As I always say, subscribe, like my videos and share with your family and friends so that you can be enlightened, so that we can all learn something new. So right here with me today, I decided to do a list of documents which DV lottery winners must prepare for. So at the top of the list, you have immediately after, as you all know, we have the DV lottery program announcement to check for your results will be on May the 6th. You're only about maybe 12 days shy to May 6th. So I decided to prepare something small for the winners of the DV Lottery 2023. And here with me I have the full list, and I'll give you the gist as it is. So we have the application form DS260. There's a form DS260, guys. So this is a form that immediately once you get the notification that you have been selected for the DV Lottery 2023, the form DS260 is the next stop that you need to is where your buck stops now, because you need to on the notification for the winners form, you will be able to get the link where you can be able to tap, and it will take you directly to the form DS260. So right here, to access DS260, you will need to enter your DV visa case number that you will have been sent on your notification. That will be able to that will indicate that you have been selected. So a separate form is required for each visa applicant. So after submitting the form DS260 online, you must print the confirmation page and bring it to your interview. You can access and print the confirmation page anytime after you complete your DS260. So remember, guys, you don't need a passport, you don't need a marriage certificate to apply for a DS260, and you shouldn't stay for so long before you apply for your DS260, guys. So if you need more information, if you want to make any clarifications, if you want to know when you shall have your interviews based on your case number, you should visit www.travel.state.gov. so there are some important things that you should note, guys. Is that if your family circumstances have changed after you have entered the lottery. For example, if you have gotten married or had a child, you will need to add your new family members to your case. Family members refers to as a spouse and or unmarried children who had not reached the age of 21 before you entered the lottery. If you had a spouse or or children prior to submitting your original entry, but you did not include them on your original entry form, then your case will be disqualified at the time of your visa interview. Neither you nor any of your family members will receive visas. For more information, you can see the DV instructions, right? You can also go back to the www.travel.state.gov. So remember, guys, all the communication that you will be doing it with the Kentucky Consular Center. So KCC are the ones that will be giving you the next stage that you need to go to. Remember that, guys. So there are some of the supporting documents that a DV winner must be able to possess. So prepare all required documents per the list below for submitting to the embassy at the time of your visa interview. Please do not send any of the document listed below to the Kentucky Consular Center. So then one thing that a DV winner should possess is a passport. If you are one person, you need a passport. If it's you and your family, you need your passport. So your passport must be valid for travel to the United States and must have at least 6 months validity beyond the issuance date of your visa. Each visa applicant, regardless of age, must present their own passport. Even a newborn baby who is just 1 day old must have their passport, and obviously you must have included them in the if you had them after filling your days to 60, you have to make sure that you have presented your case and the child has been included in the days to 60. So something else that you should possess are the birth certificates. Each applicant's original birth certificate and one notary certified copy is required. If a visa applicant is an adopted child, they must submit the original and a notary certified copy of their final adoption decree. So guys, an obtainable birth certificate. In rare cases, it may be impossible to obtain a birth certificate, for example, when official records have been destroyed or when governments are unable or unwilling to issue a certificate. In such cases, you should obtain a statement to that effect from the civil registrar's office and proceed to obtain secondary evidence of birth. A baptismal certificate may be submitted for consideration. If baptism of the child took place shortly after the child's birth, the certificate must contain the child's date of birth, place of birth, and information concerning parentage. Should a baptismal certificate be unobtainable, a close relative, preferably the applicant's mother, should prepare a notary certified statement giving the child's date of birth, place of birth, the names of both parents, and the maiden name of the mother. So guys, you should not be worried. This is something that the consular, the KCC have really thought about, and giving people an opportunity to prove their child's certificates and even themselves, because if you are not able to obtain your certificate either through the birth or they have been destroyed, you can be able to use your baptismal certificate or be able to go to the civil registrar's office for secondary evidence of birth. And even if the baptismal certificate was unobtainable, a close relative, preferably an applicant's mother, should also prepare a notary statement giving the child's date of birth, place of birth, and names of both parents. So that's a really good thing for KCC to do, and it's not a difficult thing to prove for you, to have that proof of your certificate. So something else is the marriage certificates, marriage termination records. Guys, if you are married and you got divorced, you need to have your paperwork with you, because if you do not prove that you are divorced, then the consular, the embassy will automatically assume that you are fleeing and leaving your wife behind with kids, or you don't want to include your wife you don't want to make her included in that for the visa process. So guys, so proof of termination of any previous marriages, any original documents, and one notary certified copy, a spouse's death certificate if you are a widow or a widower, or a final divorcee decree of a marriage annulment or something like that. So other documents reflecting name change. If guys, you had your name changed at any given time, you must present additional evidence from archives or courts. If the above listed ones do not reflect all names changes you have had in the past, for example, you changed your name, or when you got married, you changed your name to your man's the name of your husband, and vice versa, and back to your birth name after a divorce, you must present records from archives confirming the name change at the time of a marriage if the divorce documents do not contain that information. So guys, what I'm trying to say here is that if you changed your name, yeah, when you got married, or after you got divorced, you reverted back to your name. You need to prove that. Anything that pertains to immigration and the embassies and the consulars, all they need to see is proof that happened, and this is the documentation that that is defending that. So what they say, if it did not happen in writing, then it didn't happen at all. So you need to have your proof, so that they can be able to understand you, and so that they can know you are not actually lying, and that's the truth. Something else, guys, you need to have is a photograph with a one color full face photograph for each applicant, regardless of age. Dimensions should be 5x5. The photograph must be current, taken within last 6 months at least. The image must be sharp and correctly exposed. If you need to see samples of a 5x5 photo and how they are taken, even if you are a man of religion or a woman of religion, just type on Chrome or online travel.state.gov, and you will see some samples there of how they say that the photos must look like. Something else, guys, is the evidence of required education or work experience. Remember, when you are making your application, they had the box where you had to tick whether you have your certificate, your high school diploma, or you have a 2-year vocational experience. So you need to prove that, and the principal applicant must submit a certified copy of a school diploma confirming successful completion of secondary or higher education, or documentary evidence of 2 years of work experience within the past 5 years in an occupation requiring at least 2 years of training or experience to perform. Only the principal applicant is subject to this requirement. The U.S. Department of Labor's database will be used to determine qualifying work experience. Please check developatory instructions for more information, guys. So you need to have your 2 years vocational experience, or if you do not have that, then you need to have your high school diploma with you, so that I can be able to. That's a requirement for the DV program, and you must go by it. Something else, guys, is a police certificates, or what is known to as the police clearance. So each visa applicant at least 16 years of age must submit an original police certificate, or if you are younger than that, I believe you do not need. They have specified that it should be at least 16 years of age and going forward. So from the police authorities of the applicant's country of current residence, if the applicant has resided there for at least 6 months after attaining the age of 16, from the police authorities of all countries except the United States, where the applicant has resided for at least 1 year after attaining the age of 16, from the police authorities of any country where the applicant had been arrested for any reason, regardless of how long he or she have lived there. So, guys, if you are currently residing in another country apart from your country of eligibility or birth, you need to prove, or if you've lived there for 6 months, you need to get their police certificate on your conduct or your good conduct, and that's also as a requirement that they require also. So police clearance letters are valid for 12 months from the date of issuance. You are not required to renew a police clearance letter from your previous country or residence if you have not traveled to that country after the date of issuance of such letter. So remember, only where you are, that may you get that certificate of good conduct. If you've lived there for more than 6 months, you need to get it from that country you are currently living in. Yeah. So you need also to get your records from the court and prisons records. If you have been taken to court, If you've served any jail term, you need to ensure that the embassy, you need to fill that in your DS-260. They need to know everything, and you need to prove that with papers or documents to go along with that. If you have served in the military, in the police, you need also to have to fill that in your DS-260. They need to know that. They need documents also to prove that you've been working as a military or in a police force. So a certificate of any military service record, if applicable and obtainable, is required. Information about obtaining military records from specific countries can be found on the US State Department website, travel.state.gov. So if any beneficiaries or the primary applicant has been deported, all this information is required to fill in the DS-260. Original documents. Additionally, visa applicants must be prepared to present the original of all civil documents. They will be returned to you after the visa interview. So every document that you hand over to or say that you have in the DS-260 or go with it, your interview must be an original document. If any document is not translated to English, you must make sure that it is translated to English for easy understanding and comprehension, guys. So after that, you need to do your results, your medical examination. In Nairobi, where people go for these examinations is the IOM in Gigiri, and once you have your medical examination with you, all that is remaining is your visa fee. And the visa fee is $330 per person. Payment must be made at the embassy on the day of your interview in cash or by debit card. You cannot pay at any other time. So pretty much that is all I had today. I'm just giving you some of the things you need to have and the process, how the process is like. So guys, listen carefully to this video, and this is very informative information, and share the content, like my video. I'll be posting more videos to inform you and to enlighten you on how to go about the DV lottery and to update you on new job postings. So remember to like, share. See you then, guys.